your thing. Yeah, now you're live.
It always amazes me how you guys get notified that we're live before I do, and I'm the one that hit the button. It's still saying ready to go live,
Well, you
and
need to open up a ticket.
a ticket. What's that going to do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some people at, this
StreamYard.
company that probably have hit you up in an email one day asking for an interview.
I,
It's not.
anyway. It still hasn't told me we're live. I mean, this is not good. Now I got all right now I got the LinkedIn notification. All right, we are live.
We were already live. We were just waiting on you to get alive.
Yeah, we waiting on StreamYard to tell me that we're live. Anyway, we're live, and let me give you your close up so you can tell people who you are.
What's up, guys? It's your boy John Colder Eyes Lawson. That's it.
And I'm Brent Leary.
What up, Brent Leary?
And this is Watching Amazon on a Friday afternoon in Atlanta, Georgia, on a nice sunny day here in the VA.
Yes, still chilly, but sunny.
Oh, look, my buddy Sven. Yes, we are both Prince fans. That kind of goes without saying at this point.
I guess he is too.
Yeah, you know what? I think I might have converted.
Well,
hey, I can't take credit.
It doesn't take. Yeah, I'm about to say it doesn't take much convincing once you give it a listen.
I can't take credit. It's good to see Sven, and it's good to be here to talk a little bit of Amazon. Now, I'll tell you right up front, I'm a bit drowsy. I'm a bit, not all the pep is in my step right now. So I might actually lose an argument for the first time ever to the Cold One, the Bold One, John Colder Ice Lawson on this show.
You mean you might win one?
No. Now the reason that I'm a bit Scott Lowe, he's got a YouTube link. I don't know what it's for though. You got to tell us what that link is for.
Yeah, I don't follow links, bro. I need to know you. We got to be close.
Yeah. So I'm a little. Yeah, I shouldn't even put it up there because I don't even know what link that is. I don't know Scott Lowe. I don't think I know Scott. Anyway, so I'm a little bit off my game, but I got a good excuse.
Oh, okay, that's why you following Scott Lowe.
I should have. I know. What's his name? Brad Lowe. Anyway, I'm a little off my game because. Oh, let me do this. Hello, Solomon. Do you know Solomon?
No, but we do now. We're friends.
We do now. That's right. So I just got my second vaccination shot a little earlier today.
Which one do you get?
Well, I got Pfizer. So, and then let's see, it's been about 6 hours. So I'm right in the heart of the impact, apparently, when it's supposed to hit you.
You ain't gonna get anything from Pfizer. I didn't.
I feel a little drowsy. I do feel a bit. Let's see. It's a Prince video. Okay. Well, we definitely have to check that out at some point.
Now we're friends.
We definitely
are cool.
Actually, Sven was the one that said it was a Prince. Oh, he said, "Be careful. It's a Prince video." Well, what's with the question mark at the end? If it's a Prince video, that should be an exclamation point.
Oh, maybe he didn't actually look.
Oh, well, Sven, why don't you take a look and let us know for real?
Yes, Sven.
We want to know.
All right, forget it. I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're going to do it?
I'm going to see what's there.
I hope your laptop will survive.
We'll see.
Well, while you're doing that, I do have an Amazon topic. And I think it's going to be, I know you do, because there's a follow-up to what we talked about last week. But did you see this? This caught my attention on CNBC earlier today.
Did I see it?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up.
No, because I've been out all day. Okay.
Amazon is loosening its grip on customers and letting some sellers reach out to them. Direct contact?
Yeah, it should have a question mark on there. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is a PG-17 show, don't you?
Did I say something wrong? I hope you missed that part.
I
should have said WTF. That's what I was thinking in my head.
So the little thought bubble would have been WTF.
Exactly. Yeah.
But,
WTF.
But the instantaneous reaction.
Live TV.
There it is. So, all right. So here's I think I got another slide that kind of breaks out some of the important bullets. All right.
Now I got to put on my glasses. Damn it.
Well, you are,
blind.
A little older.
Yeah, right. But yours are on already.
Mine have been on since age 16. All right. They've never come off my face because if I can't see a thing without them.
Wow.
Anyway.
All right. As of Friday,
78%.
We're using Amazon Plan. Okay.
As of February, not Friday.
As of Friday. I didn't have my glasses on.
Oh, okay. There it is. All right. Did you already know this? Like 55% of 78% of US brands are using Amazon, up from 55% a little over a year ago.
That's interesting.
Almost 4 out of every 5 brands, US brands.
I could see that. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, man. It is the most important place to be if you are a brand. Period.
No, I totally get that. It's just amazing that one company can boast that almost 4 out of every 5. First of all, what exactly is a US brand? Like
brand
how big
in the US?
But how big of a company do you have to be to matter for something like that?
I don't know.
Like is Third Power Outlet considered a US brand that
obviously
that I just wanted to know. All right.
You know what? They'll take a sampling and then they'll make a determination based off of that.
I was just curious if you have to be a certain size in terms of revenue or something.
No, I mean, I could see them taking the top 100 and just the top 100 brands sense. And then put them over there and say, okay, well, then we can extrapolate that to most brands.
All right. But it's pretty much, if you're saying 78% of the Fortune 500 brands, that's good enough. I mean, that says a lot. So, yeah.
That's where I'm guessing they would get that from. I mean, it's not like they're taking polling data.
My buddy Sven is on it today. Yes. CRM Players is a U.S. brand. Yes.
But that's interesting.
Yeah. All right. So you're probably already familiar with this brand registry program thing, right? Because 350,000 companies have joined. Did you register your brand on there?
Of course.
All right. What do you get? I mean, what were the big benefits for doing that before?
So that you could kick other people off your listings.
So it's all about placement.
It's all about protecting your brand.
Protecting your brand.
So before other people could get on and say that your brand and not actually be, they could be a knockoff of your brand, or they could be a competitor and not the actual rights owner to that brand.
So wait a minute. So you have a brand and some other company could claim your brand and Amazon will accept that?
Oh God, you're so naive. Oh my God. So, but I mean, this is why me and you get into it sometimes when we talk about the user experience versus seller experience. Right. So I remember one time I was trying to explain this to you about pricing, and your thing back to me was, well, they're going to do the best for the user. And I don't think we were able to get all the way into the fact that if, let's say, my little brand, right? I'm Shoestring King, right? So if you come with some off-label shoelaces that you created, you could ultimately jump on my listing if it was the same size and color as my shoelace and utilize my audience, my brand, my affinity, and people would end up selling from you if you won the buy box because it was cheaper.
So they could call their stuff the Shoestring King.
They don't have to call it. They don't have to call it that. They could just hijack your listing and your traffic selling the same thing without your branding on it.
The same. Well, that would be like just a brandless thing and not a branded thing, right? I mean,
theirs would be a brandless thing, but ours is a branded thing.
But wouldn't people want to buy the one with the brand on it?
Well, yes, absolutely. So when they would get but I mean, like with a shoelace, there's not branding on the lace. So there might be branding. There's branding on our package. There's branding on the hang tag, but it's not on the lace itself.
Why wouldn't you put it on the lace? I'm just asking.
Where would
I don't know. You'd have to be creative, I guess.
Like, I mean, the thing is, the people aren't buying. I mean, there are ways to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, if
we've
you're
done that before, but but let's stick to the point.
All right.
The point is that you could have a branded product with a unique listing, and that somebody else could take a knockoff or their own branded product and put it on that same listing based on the fact that it's somewhat similar to the item on that listing.
So that's why you would do this brand.
That's why they created the brand registry, so that if you were a trademarked brand, you could have protection over your listing. And not only could people do that, they could end up changing the descriptions and the bullet points on a listing too.
On your listing?
Yes, it was crazy.
Damn. So this
up until what, 2015, 16? Yeah.
So now that they got the brand registry thing since 2015, so you register your brand. So what happens if somebody tries to do that now that you're a registered brand?
Oh, they're blocked. They don't have access to it.
Does Amazon, are they patrolling that vigorously, or do you have
to say No, you got to do all your patrolling. But if I'm trying to list a product, and let's say I type in shoelace, it's not going to let my brand show up as a place where they can list because it's brand protected.
So before that, if you had
put it on anything,
you had the Shoestring King brand, but somehow some third-party company saw that and raced to get it up there and position itself using what you already had as a brand, and they were able to get away with
use all of it. Yeah, absolutely. They would have my picture, it has the brand's pictures, the brand's descriptions, the brand's recent sales velocity, and they would be able. It was called hijacking your listing.
All right, so we have that. There's now 350,000 companies joined that.
That's right, because you had to.
So now the next bullet point talks about, I guess, what they are allowing right now. Brands will be able to track the performance of their marketing campaigns. I'm guessing that is if you're using Amazon's marketing platform, but won't receive access to a customer's contact information. All right, so you're on the brand registry. When you read that, is that a big thing?
No, I don't even know what that means.
Brands will be able to track the performance of their marketing campaigns, but won't receive access to a customer's contact information.
I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't know what they're talking about when they say they're marketing campaigns. That's soft word to me.
Do you use any of their marketing tools?
Absolutely.
Like their
you get tracking. Yeah, you get tracking information. I mean, in terms of your performance, so you won't put more money back into it. So I'm not really sure what they mean there.
Well, the one thing you're sure of is that last part, but won't receive access to a customer's contact information.
And you'd have it anyway, so.
And then it says to protect users from receiving spam, Amazon's rules block companies from obtaining and storing customers' private data. So
yeah, I don't get this. Yes, it doesn't match the story's headline, does it?
Well, it doesn't. It feels like the news sounds big, but then it's almost like you get to the fine print. Well, and look,
what's the news here?
I'm gonna take the Amazon side of this for a second. And I can understand why they are very mindful of not letting go of that customer data.
Well, I mean, people have abused it. They used to give it to you.
That's
People
what I'm
have
saying.
abused it in the past.
And people will just waiting to abuse it in the future if they get their greedy little hands on it.
Absolutely. Marketers ruin everything.
And guess who the customers will blame for that?
Yeah.
They're gonna blame Amazon.
Hey. So I really didn't that's why I said the F word. Like, see, so actually my response wasn't that over the top. It's like, what are you talking about?
What is this, Sven? I like Brent protection. What is that, Sven? What are you saying to me here? I don't know, Sven.
Let me put my eyes on that.
I thought we were buddies. Oh man. All right.
So I don't know what that is.
So you're not excited about that.
About what? I didn't see any changes.
Well, I guess I'm guessing there's something to do with some kind of marketing campaign.
I mean, come on, bro. You pulled this story up and it sounds like a bogus story. Fake news.
Wait, maybe you have to be on their digital ad platform. I don't know.
Maybe there's some data that they're allowing people to track in a digital ad that they weren't before. So maybe
that's what it sounds
like.
But
I just don't. But still, what is that? It just doesn't. What's the big story here?
You track the performance, so you know what works and what doesn't, and you spend your money on what works, and then don't spend it on what doesn't. I don't know. I think there's got to be something to it. Whoa, let's see. What's this? I came in late. Yeah, Alan, that was the F word, the cold one, the bold one used. F for fun. Yeah. Well, at least the first two letters are the same. But all right. So you're not excited about this at all, apparently.
Yeah, not really.
What about the fact that Q4 at the end of last year was the first quarter that Amazon went over? I think they did 125 billion, if I'm not mistaken. For the
Who's that?
Amazon did 125 billion in revenues that
oh yes,
Q4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically all the stuff that we just talked about means pretty much nothing to you at this point.
No, where's the story? Go back to the story.
That was the story. Loosening its grip on customers and letting some
all right,
sellers
can you go down? Will it go down?
I can't because that's a screenshot,
okay, that's a screenshot,
man.
All right, just checking. I'm going to go find this because I don't understand.
Amazon recently began piloting a tool, so it's a new tool, for some companies to communicate with customers who opt to follow them. So there it is. There's an opt-in component.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Amazon has long prohibited merchants from soliciting customers unless it concerned things such as status of their order. So it looks like you're getting more data and an opportunity.
And a tool that'll allow them to follow you.
Yeah. The company has rolled out several tools to help businesses build a presence on Amazon as it faces competition from the likes of Shopify.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm looking at it now, and
so it's a new tool. A new tool.
So basically, what it's saying is that they'll have a follow button, which will be a feature that's going to be added to Amazon Live, which is Amazon's live streaming shopping platform. So now that makes sense. Manage your customer engagement is designed to drive repeat purchases from vendors and sellers and help them build more robust following Amazon's marketplace. So my guess is that they're going to allow you to have a button on there. It won't share the information, but you can retarget and get people re-engaged to purchase from your brand based on them interacting with you on Amazon Live.
All right. So let me ask you, now that we have some additional information, are you excited now?
Yeah, that's great.
You are excited. That sounded a bit
better. I mean, it's similar to like if you do a lookalike audience on Facebook, you never see who that audience is that you got generated, right? But you're able to retarget to them or create marketing pieces for those people. So that sounds similar to that.
So if you have access to this, you're using it right away, right?
I mean, I'm not an Amazon Live kind of guy right now, but if I was doing that, I would definitely use a yes.
You don't use Amazon Live?
Really? Like I got all day. Doing this show every week is a commitment. You know what I mean? But I mean, literally, I'm not the face of my brand. If I could hire somebody to do it, and at some point we might actually put together a team for that when we see that it's actually something that we could turn into.
I've been telling you for years, you should have had a Shoestring King show.
Uh-huh.
Even if it's not you still have a show, man, and get some young folks on there, talking about the shoestring of the week or whatever, or who's rocking what shoestring with this sneaker.
Yeah,
I mean, and that could have been a big.
I mean, that is actually the play that people need to be thinking about.
So does something like this make you more likely to do something like that, to get into the Amazon Live stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't take it in the personal manner, but if I were that guy, I absolutely would. Young folks. Exactly, Alan. Exactly.
Oh, we're all young at heart.
But I mean, yeah.
I think this could potentially be pretty big. And I think it's actually a win-win.
It could.
Because I like the fact that Amazon is opening it up a little bit, but I also like the fact that they're still not letting people run wild with customer data. Because we all know what happens when the potential of 350,000 brands, and most of them are probably going to use it responsibly. Well, I kind of say most, maybe. But there's going to be some serious renegades out there messing it up for everybody else. And that's how it's going to work. So I kind of like the fact that they're letting it a little of their control go, but keeping enough of it to keep us customers safe from spam and all sorts of crazy nonsense that people are going to throw at you.
It's an attention economy, bro. The longer you can get people's attention. However, if you think about this, as these brand channels, which is what they're looking to kind of really build, is a brand channel. If you're going to be in here, you need to be thinking about how to build a brand channel with content that is relevant to your brand and actionable for your watchers. But I mean, ultimately, this is a nice play for Twitch growth as well in terms of content.
Of course. I mean, let's say that, this Twitch is a great example. People sit there for hours at a time watching people play games and stuff like that. But that's attention. And I think Amazon is like, how do we get more people advertising and sending potential advertising material to the Twitch network? Because that's video. And I mean, they've got Twitch, they got IMDb, they've got Prime, they got Amazon Live. They got a lot of outlets for their video content to stream and create another opportunity for them to pull digital marketing dollars away from their biggest competitors.
Absolutely. So it's an attention span syndrome out here.
Why aren't we on Twitch? We should be on Twitch.
Because you have not taken the time to set up your Streamline account properly.
And we should be on Amazon Live. We should be everywhere. Why aren't we everywhere?
What? Okay, you should be.
No, I said we.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. We should be. So that should be. We'll be everywhere by the end of this next quarter. So
we will.
Absolutely. So why don't we put a date on it?
Well, you're the one that just boldly stated next month or next quarter or whatever.
I'm just saying. Let's put a date on it.
All right. What date?
And then make it done.
Give me a date.
This is January, February, March, April, May, June 30th, July 1.
So, all right.
July 1, we will be independent.
The first day of the third quarter.
Exactly.
All right. I am leaving it up to you.
That's a done deal. No, no.
And I want to be the producer of the Shoestring King show.
Dude, okay, well, you got to find somebody to do it because this king ain't doing it. I am not going down.
Did you got some little nephews or nieces or somebody?
That's true. I need to do that, because I am not devaluing the brand.
Are they doing? Oh wow! Are they doing to preempt
regulation
or trust bust? That's a really small step if that's what they're doing this for. I mean, I don't think that would be enough to keep the regulators off their back. Let's put it like that. Be like
I think they are doing, but you know what, Alan? If I put together, I mean, there's something that you said that is somewhat possible because I've seen them doing a lot of things over the last few weeks, months, that seem to be opening up so that they don't get as much trouble, because that's my next story.
Well, why don't you segue into your next story?
Well, didn't I send it to you?
Did you?
It's not queued up. It's not. What is up with this? I mean, look, guys, let me just tell the people. I'm going to put it in the chat. But, or do I have private chat? I can put it in private chat.
Put it in
private chat. There it is. Private chat. Just go to the other tab. I just want people to understand that I sent this to Brent Leary pre-show, like on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Like, I'm going to remember that. I'm working under second vaccination drowsiness.
Oh, now he's going to use the vaccine.
I am definitely going to use the vaccine because my arm is a little sore and I feel a little less pep in my step.
My God.
Do me a favor. Send it to me in Messenger.
In Messenger, I can. Let's see. See, now I got to find the Messenger tab because, Lord, my desktop stays packed. Actually, I know where to find it. They have a Messenger desktop app now. Have you tried that?
Yeah, I have tried it.
Yeah, I have too. It just kind of annoys me. There's just more stuff to be in the way. Whereas before it was like inside your tabs. Now it's a whole nother thing on the desktop I got to find.
Okay, here we go. I think I have what you're looking for.
The
Small Business Coalition thing.
There you go.
All right, let me.
Because that's kind of going right in to what Alan is talking about. Is that the Small Business Coalition, which is some organization I've never heard of, but it says it's a coalition of small business advocacy groups that wants lawmakers to rein in Amazon. The group is saying that Amazon's size and marketing power is blocking small businesses from competing along. And one of the ways it does that, the group argues, is by selling its own products alongside those from smaller third-party retailers. So let's say you have a search on your, in Amazon for white T-shirts on Amazon, you'll see a bunch of options, and some of them are Amazon sold. But also when you go to the web page or the brand page, you'll see Amazon's brand advertised on that page along with other larger brands, and it's kind of a conflict of interest. So there you go.
I mean, come on. I'll just use the white T-shirt example. Do I really care who I buy that from? I mean, I'm looking for like basically the best price on that.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then Amazon is definitely when it knocks off your brand and puts it inside of an Amazon Basics, it is a conflict of interest.
Yeah, but you know what? There could be like 100 other companies selling white T-shirts. If you're selling a white T-shirt amongst the other 100, and I'm not even including Amazon in this, you're not going to make a lot of money anyway.
What do you mean?
I mean, take Amazon out of the equation for white T-shirt sales. If that's what your business is selling white T-shirts, there's probably like 100, 200 other competitors. So you ain't going to make a lot of money anyway.
That's not true.
How much money are you going to make off of a white T-shirt if you're competing against like 100 other companies?
I mean, most companies compete against 100 other companies. You don't have to be the only company selling a thing that people use every day.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying,
it's a big pie. All you need is a little slice.
and I'm
It's a
sure you
huge
get a little
pie.
slice even if Amazon is in it. I don't. There's so if I see a white T-shirt and there's like 100 other sellers, and Amazon Basics is there, I don't even care about the label. It's just a white T-shirt. I want a cheap one.
Right, but Amazon's Basics can always sell it cheaper because they're charging you to be on the platform, and they get to be on the platform free. So, I mean, they've always got a competitive advantage over you. Always.
Make your white T-shirt stand out somehow.
It doesn't matter. They still have a competitive advantage.
Yeah, but if you build your own white T-shirt brand,
it doesn't matter. They
popular.
Still have a competitive. You don't understand what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, I'm a consumer. I'm looking at it from that perspective. I'm going back to my consumer.
Okay, but that's not what we're talking about. So, this is the thing. This has nothing to do with you, consumer.
It actually does because
business.
No, it does because it's like these white T-shirt selling third parties. They want to rip me off, so that's why they don't want to see Amazon in there because they know they ain't gonna make as much money.
You mean by employing people, they're ripping you off?
No, by charging me way too much for a white T-shirt.
That's a bunch of crap.
That is not.
You sitting up here with these $1,000 cameras and $1 million microphones and all this bullshit, but the T-shirt's ripping you off.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
If I could get the T-shirt for $2 because Amazon Basics is in there forcing you guys to keep that price low, I'm cool with it. Sell something else. Sell some microphone. Sell me a microphone. I'll pay you $500 for a good microphone.
Exactly.
But I'll only pay you $2
for a T-shirt.
For a T-shirt, you're damn right. You are so right.
My argument is lost on you. Period.
It is completely lost on me because I am willing to spend lots of money on certain things because the brand and the quality is great, but a white T-shirt is not one of them.
But look, you know what? That's a customer perspective, and really just from a business to business perspective, if I'm trying to think of another analogy that really brings it home for the average, consumer to understand what smaller businesses just in general can't operate at the same efficiency rate that Amazon can. And the efficiency rates help to bring down the cost of providing a white T-shirt for a massive brand.
See, we're using a white T-shirt is a commodity. Now, if if small businesses, the reason I think that small businesses do well in certain situations against bigger brands is because it's not just the T-shirt, it's the service, it's the connection you have, and we get maybe the community connection. But if I'm going online,
but see, you can't do that on Amazon.
What I'm saying is, if I'm going online just for a white T-shirt, I don't really care about the certain aspects. I just want to buy a get it quick and it's cheap. But now there's certain
just a white T-shirt is not enough of a.
That's not going to connect me to a small business.
It's not but that's the thing. I mean, Amazon itself is not about connecting to a small brand business.
Well, but then again, let's think about this because remember that stat? I think it was the last time we talked. Small businesses made up 65% of Amazon's selling revenue.
Yeah, but they don't know.
They sell a lot of stuff.
But they think they're buying from Amazon. The end user just is like, I bought this on Amazon. They don't care what brand it came from.
But I guess what I'm saying is because the customers are coming to Amazon, these third-party sellers sold a lot of stuff on Amazon. Yeah. Even if their brand is
right, but let's say, okay, so great. You selling a lot of stuff, even though your brand is blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, and I'll give you a real world example. There was a company that made iPad stands. Okay. So basically,
I remember this story.
You remember that story, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So they were selling iPad stands very well at $35.
I'm sorry. I just read out. There's a private joke in there about corporate narrative. Alan, his middle name is Alan Corporate Narrative Bergson at this point. But anyway, sorry, that just caught me off guard there. Continue with the story.
So they were selling a, what did I say, for $39, for basically $39.
The iPad cover or something?
No, iPad stand. So it would stand up on your desk. It was a little desk thing. Take your iPad, put it on there, and you could, leave it standing there, right?
Yep.
So iPad desk stand, $40. They created it. It was their brand. Amazon Basics comes in after they're selling millions of these, or millions of dollars worth. Amazon Basics knocks it off. So let's say they had a square one. Amazon made theirs similar, but with rounded corners, and called it Amazon Basics and put it on the platform at $24.
Now, had any other company come in and cut them off like that, or is it just Amazon?
I mean, at this point, probably there's other knocks, but at that time, it was just them and Amazon.
So,
okay,
right.
so
I have a little bit. Here's where, hey, Alex, good to see you there. I sense a sad Amazon bully story. I think you just got it, Alex, actually.
Not really. They're not bullies. They just are not fair. It's not fair.
Oh, Alan does have a point, although every time I hear him say corporate narrative, I immediately go to laughter at this point. But yeah, it's not a joke. You were talking about branding the laces earlier. People buy the brands they identify with, even commodities. Yeah, so that's absolutely. I think this is where small businesses have made the mistake of going by, commodity thinking instead of brand building thinking when they're selling their stuff. Because they do have an opportunity to build a connection.
How? Let me ask you this question, Brent Leary.
Yes.
What brand do you have an affinity with that you discovered on Amazon? And we'll talk through it.
Discovered on Amazon?
Exactly.
Or at least say I searched and found it and then maybe bought it on Amazon.
Yeah, but no, because that means it has it came from somewhere else. So we're talking about brands that were created in the environment of, look, if you give birth to something that is a brand and it does really well on your platform, and then you go and undercut it and copy their stuff, that's just okay.
Yeah, but I don't have any affinity for any brand.
We're never going to agree.
Yeah, because a lot of the times
you're not looking at it the way I'm explaining it.
But when I discover something, it's not because I'm looking for the brand. I'm looking for the thing, and then I do a search for the thing.
Can you go on the other side of the fence? Yes or no? If you can't get on the other side of the fence, if you're always coming at it from I'm just some buyer and I'm looking for something cheap, then we can't do that.
Well, you asked me if I did. I'm telling you, I've done it a lot, but it starts for me searching for I'll do a Google search on. No, I don't do a Google search on brand. I do a Google search on a thing. Like I want the best mic, best condenser mic.
Okay, or best condenser mic.
Or best video switcher.
Okay.
Or something like that.
All right. And so you go and you find a name of the best mic.
I'll look at like reviews and
I get it. So let me walk you through it. All right. So now you find, BrentMike.com and you say, oh, BrentMike.com. And you find out that Brent Mike is over here on these Google places. And then there's an Amazon one. And on Amazon, it's cheaper. Where do you go and buy it? You go to Amazon, obviously. You're going to go to Amazon.
I'll go to Amazon, right?
Right. And it could actually be, not only that, it could actually be the same price or even maybe 5% higher, but you need it for Monday because you're getting ready to go on live.
There it is.
So where do you go? Where do you go?
I go.
Stop changing the answer. You got one or two. Where you go?
No, I'm trying to get it out there. What I'm saying is, if I search and say and the reviews say this thing is best,
we already established
all that stuff. then I'll look to see where I can get the cheapest.
Okay,
or
and where do you
if
go?
if I'm in a time crunch, I will definitely try to figure out who has it right now that I will get it to fit my time crunch.
Yeah, okay, so you'll go to, let's say Amazon has it the cheapest and it's a Prime thing. Will you buy it?
If they say that they'll get it to me by the time I need it, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so now you go to the Amazon page, yes?
Yes.
All right, and on the Amazon page, you see an ad for the Amazon Basics knockoff. That's the exact same piece, and it's $10 or 10%, 20% cheaper. Will you buy it?
Nope, not certain things. Like when it comes to
certain things.
Yeah.
So some things you will.
If it's a white T-shirt, yeah.
So some things you will. But this is after you because let's remember, this is after you looked for this specific thing. You get to Amazon and it's a white T-shirt. You're saying, all white T-shirts are the same. I'm just going to get the basics version.
No, I'll just get the one that is
here's the thing.
cheapest.
Okay, so here's the thing, is that brand spent all of that time, effort, customer relation to get its
not the customer relation. They haven't done that.
That's what you said. You said you looked at all the reviews.
Well, first of all, I don't look for reviews for white T-shirts.
Oh man, you know what? I can't go with you because you got more doggone what do you call it? Caveats.
No, I'm just saying.
What?
But don't customers have caveats that you have to take into consideration?
I'm just saying we already did all the damn check boxes, Brent. And now you're
going
back and changing the checkbox.
No, I'm not. I'm saying certain things I go for the cheapest without any hesitation because they're not that essential. I just would like it, but it's not essential. Whereas
I can't.
If I was building this studio, like I've been buying a whole bunch of stuff in here. No. I'm not. I see, and I look for lighting. I need the best lighting. So I'll go do all these searches. I'll watch YouTube videos and do a whole bunch of stuff, and then find out that the one that I bought, this Aperture 120 D2 light, is like
you know what? This is everybody too deep of a damn rabbit hole.
But let me
talk to everybody. Let's talk to everybody else.
I am a modern customer.
I got to talk to everybody else.
Okay. You don't. I am every customer.
No, you're not. You are absolutely not every damn customer. Every customer's not sitting around watching YouTube videos before they buy a light.
Me.
Yeah,
that's right. I am a smart consumer, and I think most of the folks out there are smart consumers. And look, I think that modern sellers, they ought to be listening to me.
Yes, they should be,
because there's a lot more of me out there than guys who are.
I mean, let's just go with
trying to take the seller side of the house. The sellers have to deal with guys like me.
But dealing with you is one thing. Having to deal with you and Amazon is a whole nother level.
See, Alan, is generic brand versus name brand. I mean, some things you don't care about the brand at all, like a white T-shirt. Others you do because the brand has been chosen in some form or fashion to be the best at what it is in its category, or at least something that fits you.
Let's put it like this. I mean,
that's important.
We're not talking about the brand. We're trying to talk about the marketplace competing with its sellers. And I can't get around to talking about that because you were so stuck up on being cheap.
I am not being cheap.
Yeah, you're cheap.
So, I'm not. I am cheap on certain things,
evidently
but not on
others.
T-shirts. Damn right about that. Except for if it's a Rams T-shirt, then I go all out. See what I'm talking about here? Like I think I spent like $50 on this. So that's see there it is. White T-shirts versus branded T-shirts. I go all out. I'm not going to wear a Raiders shirt. I want a Rams shirt, and I find a Rams shirt I like. I buy it. Don't care.
I can't believe you opened your shirt and said, "This is a $50 T-shirt. See, I'm not cheap."
What, are T-shirts supposed to be $50?
Well, I'm just saying. Okay.
When's the last time you bought a $50 white T-shirt?
Bro, the hoodie I have on costs more than $50. Trust me.
It's a hoodie.
Believe. Trust and believe.
It's a
all right.
hoodie.
Any rate, let me get to the point here. All right.
Please.
The difference between an eBay or any other platform versus an Amazon is that at least on this platform, this Amazon platform, you have to also compete with the platform creating brands that will compete against your product. You have to understand that environment. You have to know what the positives and the negatives are. There's a lot of positives that outweigh the negatives, but don't ever get it twisted. Amazon could always in any day put you out of business on their own platform. And that's the truth.
I think it's definitely easier for them to do that when it is a generic item.
Well, let's talk about pop sockets. How come Nike doesn't sell on that platform anymore? There's a lot of so don't. I mean, when Nike pulls out of the platform because of their inability to necessarily compete and control their brand, that's saying something, bro. You can't just say it's only, white T-shirts and people, that are small.
Think when you're a brand like Nike, you actually have what it takes to build your own direct-to-consumer channel and not rely.
But that's not where they left. That's not why they left.
I'm just saying that might not have been the original reason, but that's probably one of the best things that could potentially happen because they left. They build a direct relationship.
And then there's other businesses that are just getting put out of business completely.
I know that's true, and that's a shame.
Oh, God, okay.
But
no, wait, I want to see this question because I'm done with you.
Oh, what?
What?
See, he got me all worked up. I was feeling drowsy at first because I have a second vaccine shot. Now I'm all hyped up. You hyped me up. You got me going. There it is. There's your question. Go ahead and talk to Alan.
Well, I just want to see what he said. He says, do you buy the Campbell soup or the Stop and Shop soup? Obviously, we all know the answer.
The Stop and Shop soup. No, I go to Panera Bread because I like their brand.
I have to give it to him. He is a Panera Bread.
That's right. I had me some Panera soup the other day too.
He is a Panera Bread.
And I am loyal to Panera Bread because I like their soup.
He's got his app. He's got his little key fob.
That's right.
He gets his little freebies. I'm telling you,
right.
Brent Leary does not play.
I'm loyal. Loyal.
No, you ain't loyal. I would do the song, but I'm not because I already messed up once today.
Yeah, we don't need no more fun dropping here.
Oh my God. Okay. So anyway.
Wow, that was a whole hour.
That was not a whole hour, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
We started late today.
Yeah, we can't give you everything.
We started a little bit late, but at any rate, I mean, oh my God. So
let me go back though. So going back to the first thing. All right. So are you, after you took it a little bit more information about this new tool that is going to allow you to,
we'll see how it works.
Have customers opt in to certain kind of communications you can send them, even though you don't have the customer contact information. You are able to communicate with them when you want to, not when.
Yes.
That's
now,
potentially.
Look, here's the thing: I have no problem with Amazon and their customer data thing. I know other people
think it's actually smart. I'm sorry, I think that's smart because they will get the ultimate blame if their customers start getting all sorts of spam and everything because a third-party seller is abusing that data.
Yeah, but that's not the only reason. I mean, it's their customer.
Well, that's the best reason, but
right, that's the real reason. I mean, if you think about it, that's the real reason.
But they're also protecting the third parties from doing dumb stuff that will cause them, not only Amazon to lose a customer, but them to lose their business.
Yeah, I mean that too, but I'm sure that's secondary to, them not wanting to lose their customers. I mean, if I'm a brand, you find me as your lighting guru. Research has made me into, and you come to purchase me on Amazon, and then from now on, I market to you directly, and you've got brand affinity, you might not ever go back to Amazon to buy any other products. So,
hey, look, I'll tell you right now, if I bought things from a brand on Amazon, and I bought them directly from the brand.
Right.
And it depends on what it is and who the brand is. And if the brand wants a direct relationship with me and are willing to build it in some form of fashion, whether it's some kind of discount or just some good information, some good interactions that can take place when I need it, I have no problem going right to the brand and saying, hey, if I can buy
and that's why Amazon gets in the middle of that and says you can't do that if they purchase from us.
So it's up to the brand, and maybe this is the first thing, because if Amazon is letting you do some kind of marketing campaign to the folks who have bought your stuff, even though you can't get their contact information, if you're able to drive,
I don't think they're doing that. They're just trying to let you see more of the stuff that you're selling on Amazon.
Well, I think they're looking to letting you see how the marketing activities you're doing, how they're performing. How good are these particular things that you're doing?
My guess is you're not marketing already.
I think eventually you're going to have to sellers are going to have to figure out ways to get a direct to consumer relationship.
Right. So they're saying use Amazon Live to do that. And then if you use Amazon Live and you market based on your viewership on Amazon Live, you can create a custom audience of people that have interacted with your Amazon Live, i.e. your brand.
And if you do a really good job, which means that Amazon is able to sell lots of stuff through their marketing channel, that your stuff on their marketing channel, that means that you just make the Amazon marketing platform even more successful and bring it more money.
Hey, it's a win-win. Yeah. And again, that's why, to Alan's point, I believe Amazon is opening up this doorway so that they can't say that they are a monopoly and they're controlling, or to lessen the sting of being broken up as a monopoly.
I think that's valid. I think they're probably going to have to do a lot more than that to make that case. But
trust me, they're probably in the workroom thinking about this and more things, thinking up more things.
They have to. But here's the thing, and we don't have time to go into this, but
good.
What's it going to take? I mean, when you're the big 800-pound gorilla trying to stave off, getting broken down, you come up with things you think are just enough to keep from being broken up. Not going the whole way, but just enough. And I don't think in the long run, any company, I'm not speaking just about Amazon, I don't think any company will be able to control that line in the long run. Because
you're just biding time.
Yeah, you're always trying to figure out how much can we get away with before the hammer comes down.
Absolutely. Because
I don't think you can
impact your profits.
Yeah, and I just don't think any company in the long run will be able to always know where that line is.
And it's probably constantly moving.
It's got to be constantly moving.
It's got to be constantly, and it's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I get it. I mean, Amazon has built a behemoth of a marketplace. The headwinds that it faces, it's been really good at navigating through. But I guarantee you, Bezos 10 years ago really, while we want to give him, oh, he's such a great prophet of business. I mean, he wasn't sitting there 10 years ago thinking about how to navigate this shit. It's grown so much.
I don't think anybody could have foreseen this.
I did. I called it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. Calling it a night. All right, folks. That was a good discussion. I don't know if either of us was able to convince the other to go onto their side or not.
All I'm doing is going to send you some expensive tees so you can see
It
between
better
a
have a
$2 tee and
better
a
have a Rams
$10,
logo on it.
$20 tee.
If you want me to spend more than $2 on a t-shirt, it better have a Rams
Oh
logo
my God.
on it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's my corporate narrative, and I'm sticking to it. I'm Brent Leary. He is the cold one, the bold one. John Colderice
He just
Lawson.
yes.
There it is. See, I say your name way better than you can ever do it.
Well, you should work on the Brent Leary one.
I have. Let me show you how I do it. I'm Brent Leary. And that'll do it for this week. We will see you next Friday, and I'll be all better. I'll be hyped up. I'll be ready to go. See ya.
Peace.